Yeah, hi, Mr. Djokovic. Claes Widerstrand, TT News Agency, Sweden. I was wondering, who do you consider your biggest threat in this tournament?
Myself. Always first, and then, of course, all the other best players in the world. I mean, any player is here with, I'm sure, intention to achieve the dream of winning a Grand Slam. Some players are obviously more expected to go further than some others, but, you know, it's a 128 draw, it's a Grand Slam. We know what Grand Slam represent for our sport. It's where every player wants to play their best tennis. And yeah, it's exciting to be part of another slam.
Novak, can I get your thoughts on the schedule change at the Australian Open this year, 15 days and a Sunday start? Do you think it will help prevent late finishing matches?
It could. I mean, I guess that's one of the motives behind starting on Sunday, and obviously there are other slams that start on Sunday. I think Roland Garros is starting on Sunday as well. Excuse me. So that's going to help, I'm sure, get some matches out of the way and, you know, reorganize the schedule better in the opening week, which is always very busy with a lot of matches on the schedule that need to be finished in a proper time. So let's see if that works out.
I know that. You've been here so many times and you've won so many times. Do you have certain routines you do here now? Do you stay in the same house, eat the same meals, and can you share some of those with us of what you do when you're here?
I'm not superstitious, but you know, I do obviously like to visit certain places that have brought me luck and make me feel good. For example, botanical gardens, you know, in just nearby. It's a wonderful park where I like to spend time and just be by myself in nature, you know, just grounding and hugging trees and climbing trees and stuff. You know, I love to do that. So I've done that for last 15 years, and you know, whether that's a secret of success here in Australia or not, I don't know, but it has definitely made me feel good. And you know, I like to obviously have a walk by the beach or jog if I can do that. I've been staying in different places, mostly South Yarra. You know, I like that more than the city because it's just a bit more, just a bit more quiet. I guess, you know, obviously during the Grand Slams you have lots of challenges, mental, physical, emotional, and there's a lot of activities happening, even on the days when you don't have matches. So it's good to have places where you can just rewind and relax, rejuvenate, and kind of gather all the necessary energy for the next day. So I like to isolate a bit more. You know, in a place like New York, for example, I stayed in New Jersey, and I stayed with my friend where, you know, I'm just in a complete nature isolation. It just allows me to just relax and recharge. So I like that kind of balance because Grand Slams are completely different kind of energy vibe tournaments than any other event that we have on the tour.
Hello, Novak. Kosuke from the Japanese press. It's really nice to see you still top of the game, but Japanese Cain Nishikori is injured again and out of the tournament because of the knee injury. It's been 10 years since he beat you in the US Open final, but since then you have been beating him 17 times in a row. Can you share us about the rivalry and whether you're looking forward to his comeback? Thank you.
Well, I sincerely hope that he can be injury-free in the near future and that we can see more of Kei on the tour. He has been one of the most successful tennis players in the last decade, and he's been established top 5, top 10 player, you know, playing regularly in the World Tour finals, and you know, he's had fantastic career, no doubt about it. But you know, I'm sure that he still wants to do more. But injuries have been really, he's probably his biggest adversary, you know, in his career. So I hope that he'll come back. We had some thrilling matches, great matches. We played many times in final stages of Grand Slams. Here a couple of times, US Open, as you mentioned, and yes, he did beat me in semis of US Open the year that he played finals, and I think it was 2014. So 10 years ago exactly, right? So time flies. But he's a very important player for our sport, coming from Japan, coming from Asia. He's the first, I think, Asian player that broke to top 10, top 5 in the world. So I really hope he's going to be back. We all admire his game. He's a great player to watch. I admire his skills, his footwork, his backhand is one of the best ever, really, that I've seen and I played with. So hopefully he's going to be back soon.
Hey Novak, Tom from the ABC. Firstly, how is your wrist? And secondly, Alex de Minaur, how much better do you think he can get as a player?
My wrist is good. I had time from the last match against de Minaur in the United Cup to my first match here to recover. So I've been training well. Practice sessions pain-free so far, so it's good. It's all looking good. Let's see how it goes. De Minaur, played great in the United Cup. He beat Fritz, myself, Zverev. He broke into the top 10 for the first time in his career. It's obviously a big deal for him, for Australian tennis. But it didn't come as a surprise to me. I mean, I know that he's capable of doing big things. He's one of the quickest, if not the quickest, tennis player we have in the game. And he's got all-round tennis game. He can play equally well in defense and offense, and he's improving. Obviously, Leighton Hewitt by his side as a mentor who has had pretty similar style of tennis, I must say, helps a lot, to guide him also mentally in this process of competing at the highest level. So I know that the expectations are high from him, as they are normally from Kyrgios or any other, a top Australian player when they play at home. And there is a great chance that he can do very well and go deep in the tournament. Obviously, you never know. I mean, you can't predict the results, but he's in great shape.
Hi, Novak. From Xinhua News Agency. Have your desire for a Golden Slam this year become much more stronger since the moment you arrived in Melbourne? Thank you.
Well, look, it's no secret that I verbalize my goals, and I say clearly that I want to win every slam that I participate and play on. It's no different this year. I'm just hoping I can start the season in a way that I have been starting my seasons, most of my seasons throughout my career, with a win here in Australia, in Melbourne. My favorite place, no doubt, the court where I've done great things and achieved my greatest Grand Slam results. So I hope that, I'm going to be able to if not play at the level that I did last year, then be very close to that, because that was one of the best tennis levels that I've ever played here in Australia last year. So let's see how it goes. I mean, the season is so long. We have an Olympic year. Grand Slams, Olympics, those are the big goals, but I have to see how it goes here and then think about everything else, when it comes around the corner.
Last one in English, John. Yeah.
Novak, a lot of players and other people have marvelled at how you've managed injuries in the past. How does this wrist injury compare with what you've dealt with in Australia before in other tournaments?
It's not as bad as some other injuries I had here. 2021 and last year I had worse injuries that I had to deal with. I mean, I can't predict whether it's going to come back once I start playing more matches. Stress levels go higher. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Thank you.